So, GPS systems. If you're just starting out, I'm guessing you probably didn't bring a fistful of money with you to spend $3,000 or $4,000 to fill your truck up full of electronics. So, do you have to have one? And if you do, which one do you get? And when you find the one you want, are you going to even be able to afford it? Don't sweat it. We're going to talk about this and a lot more. I'm John with Translines Inc., and this is OTR Survival. Oh yeah, it's on. Let's go. If you are watching this show, that means you want to know how to become a professional. Oh shit. Like me. So let's face it, having a GPS specifically designed for a truck, it's a must-have. You can't use Google Maps because it's designed for a car. Google Maps will lead you into places you don't want to go. It doesn't understand 80,000 pounds, bridge law, or low clearance. These are things you need to know. So there's a lot of different GPSs. I had originally intended on showing you the different lines of GPSs to pick from. However, the pilot decided that it could breach corporate policy of some sort, so they denied me being able to show you. But if you hop online, there's basically only two kings of comedy in this particular ball game: Garmin and Rand McNally. Cobra makes one, and I believe TomTom makes one. Again, you know, you don't want, if you're going to spend a lot of money, you don't want to go with an off brand. You want to go with brands that are known and well used. Garmin and Rand McNally are the only two there are. Now, you're looking at anywhere from $300 to $900 depending on what model you get. So what's the big difference? Basically size. You go up pretty much an inch for every size up you go, and as you get up to the higher tiers, you're going to have a dash cam that's built into the back of your GPS, so you're able to do dash cam aside from having the company dash cam. It's always good to have your own dash cam just in case for some reason the company one messes up or you see a crash and you're able to use your dash cam to show the police. So unfortunately, I wish I could have shown you the other models, but they're expensive. We're talking a lot of money for a single tool. And these tools have bugs. Let me tell you something. It's not an all-inclusive works perfectly every time. For instance, you say, I would like to go to 2024 Johnson Avenue, and it says, Doom, you want to go to 5058 Deer Park Road, is that correct? Well, hell no, that's not at all what I said. Absolutely aggravating. Another thing it'll do is it'll tell you that the road's closed ahead of you, and it's not closed. Another thing, you go to punch in an address, and it says this address cannot be found. Yet you punch it up on Google, bring it up on a satellite view, not only does it exist, it shows there's all kinds of people there. So that can get excessively aggravating. There's a lot of rerouting that will happen when you're going the right direction. It will just randomly ask you to do a U-turn and then route you through Children of the Corn. So if you're using a GPS and it does tell you you're going the wrong way, double check that on a Google map, because it's good for that, to be able to see if maybe the GPS is just acting buggy or if in fact there is a road closure. Recently in Colorado, they shut down the entire interstate because of road construction or something, and I wound up having to go way out of the way just to hop back up on the interstate. So it does happen, but double check it. Don't use the Google to plan a route, but double check it against the route so that you're able to know. Now, with all that being said, do you really need to spend $1,000 on a GPS system that's that buggy? No, you don't. As a matter of fact, you can have the exact same thing with a different type of software, and it's completely free. You can run the exact same thing on your phone. Keep in mind, cell phones now are running as fast as laptops used to a few years ago. We're talking a Snapdragon 888, and the 898 is just around the corner. You're able to process a lot of information now. So the apps have gotten much more complex, and one of those apps has absolutely become a must-have if you don't have a GPS. It's called Hammer. It's absolutely free and does the exact same job a Garmin or Rand McNally will, and it's not as buggy. If for some reason it says there's a road closed or something, again, double check that with Google Maps and just make sure. Now, Hammer, you just download, and keep in mind with your phones being able to run multi-apps at the same time, you can have several different apps up and running so that they're ready at the touch of a button. Now, if you look up here, I have a tablet mounted. Now, I use that tablet in conjunction with the GPS because I can easily compare between the two. Now, if all I had was the tablet, you can get this windshield mount for about $15 on Amazon. But if this was all I had, I could have Hammer running on one app. Now, another app is called Trucker Path. That's one you're also going to want to have up and running, because what Trucker Path does is they charge you a ton of money if you try to use their navigation. But what they do for free and do very well is tell you where everything is along your path, and you can tell it. I just want to know where the Pilot or Loves or TA or Petro or Scales or way stations. There are a lot of things that are pre-programmed that all you have to do is just touch it and it tells you exactly where it is. And with truck stops, not only does it tell you where it is and how far it is, it also lets you know what other truckers have said. Is it full? Is it empty? Are there some spots? And it will tell you how long ago it was last reported. It is a must-have essential on your devices. So I would highly suggest, if you don't have a GPS system, download Hammer, download Trucker Path, and use those two in conjunction with each other, because it's so easy to just minimize and then tap on whichever one you need. You can also have live weather updates on another one ready to go. You can have the state that you're in. If it's wintertime, you can have their emergency website up and running all at the same time. Keep in mind, they're all gonna stay up and current. As soon as you tap on it, you're gonna know what's up. So keep in mind, you can save a lot of money by just trying out these few tips and tricks. So I hope that helps you out. Until next time, remember, have some fun while you're trucking. Thanks for watching.